nice, the sun coming through.
Glasses. Oh, I see.
Yes, I'm okay.
That's what it's supposed to anyway, they've told me. I'm walking in the middle of the bridge, so feels sick.
She's sick?
I'm going to go in here and look.
Coming down like me. So I just go this way.
And ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. I'd like to welcome you to Grouse Mountain this afternoon. Hope everybody's having a good day, enjoying the sun. On our way up today, we're going to be talking a little bit about the mountain itself, the Skyride, and what kind of view you're going to see on the way up. At our base station at Grouse Mountain, we're at an elevation of 950 feet above sea level, or just over 300 meters, and we'll be ascending up to our summit station, which is at an elevation of 3,700 feet, or 1,100 meters. The highest point on the mountain is top of the peak chairlift. That's at 4,100 feet, or about 1,200 meters. Right now, we're moving at a speed of 4 meters per second, or about 8.8 miles per hour. The trip to the top should take about 8 minutes. The lower half of Grouse Mountain was logged in 1920. We lost the upper half of the mountain some 10 years later to a forest fire. Now the car we're in, we call the Red. It was built in 1976 by the Swiss. And if you look on the other side of the car, you see some guide wires over there. That's the older two we have at Grouse Mountain. We call it the Blue, and it was built in 1966. Now folks, if I can get your attention out the front window and touch to the right, folks on the left-hand side of the car can just see by looking out the front there. That body of water you see there is the man-made Lake Capilano. This reservoir serves the greater Vancouver area. It's about 1/3 of its fresh drinking water, and it is contained to the left by the Cleveland Dam. If you follow that downstream 1 mile, you'll come to the fish hatchery and the Capilano Suspension Bridge. Now turning your attention down the waterfront now, the structure spanning the inner inlet there is the Lions Gate Bridge, which goes into the 1,000-acre Stanley Park, of which 2/3 is in its regenerated natural state. It is also home to the aquarium and the AAA horse and carriage rides. To the left of the park, you can see the high rises of the downtown core. In the greater Vancouver area, we have a population of approximately 1.8 million people. To the right of the park, you can see the freighters that are anchored there. That is English Bay, and the strip of land just beyond that is Point Grey, and right to its tip at the far right is where the University of British Columbia is located. Now, staring past Point Grey, you see a mountain range off in the distance there. Some 45 miles away, crossing Georgia Strait, is Vancouver Island. Now, folks, if I can get your attention to my side of the car. All right, you see that great big cloud up there? Behind that, it will be two peaks. You'll probably be able to see them within the next little bit from the top of the mountain. Those are the Lions. They're the highest point in the Capilano River Valley, and their elevation is 5,400 feet and 5,600 feet above sea level. Other side of the car now, out to the eastern horizon. In the midst of the states of America, in Washington State, a little to the left of that, you'll be able to, we can't see it because of our ridge of our mountains in the way, but you should be able to see it from the top of the mountain. You might see a mountain with a lot of snow on it. That's an inactive volcano known as Mount Baker, some 95 miles from us, also down Washington State in the States. Now if I can get your attention underneath the car, you see some young fir trees growing. In the spring of 1976, some 10,000 seedlings were planted by local forestry students over one weekend. And occasionally you'll be lucky enough to see wildlife such as black bears, deer, and other small animals that thrive off the second generation growth. We're going to go over two towers on our way today. The Skyride will sway going over each. You might want to hold on. Our first one's coming up in about 5 seconds. Other than that, my name is Chris. If you have any questions involving the city of the mountain, I'll try to answer them for you. On that, enjoy the ride up. We'll talk to you in a bit. You folks finding it warm in here?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take care of this real quick. Don't pop out. I don't want to be hiking later.
Back, you want to be able to shut it back.
Oh, you have that too?
That's wrong.
Now, one other point of interest, if you take a look into the valley here, you see almost what looks like some old lines, trails. Well, in the early 1900s, when they were logging this valley, before the watershed went in, they used to bring down all the lumber by horse, drag them down the river and stuff like that. Now they've all grown back in, but you can almost make out the old logging lines that have regrown with some deciduous trees in there.
Will the residential areas go up the hill as
We hope not.
But they
We
can't.
hope not.
This high.
Let's put it this way, my grandparents came here in 1922. If a lot of the early pioneers in North Vancouver saw what they're doing to the place, they would freak.
Yeah. But in 50 years, it ain't possible.
I think people are picking up guns before that'll happen. We hope not. You know, like they're starting to go up the sides of the mountain in West Van and stuff, and it really takes away from the natural beauty of the area. But it's amazing what greed will do, eh?
Well, everyone wants a view, right?
Well, everybody's got to be when you live on the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
The trees are so high, you don't feel like it's high.
No. You don't get the same feeling as that Sulphur Mountain, that's for sure.
Now, folks, we're approaching our second tower. Once again, the skyride will swing on this a bit. You probably will want to hold on. And ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention, the building across from me to my left, that's the Theater in the Sky. It presents a 35-minute program called Our Spirit Soars. It's included in your uphill boarding pass, so basically it's free. It's quite interesting, you might want to check it out. Showtimes this afternoon are on the hour, every hour, last one going at 4 p.m. Building beside that is the main chalet. In the top floor you'll find the Grouse Nest, which will be opening up at 5 p.m. for finer dining. And beside that is the Bar 98 Bistro, which is open all
He said, get everybody, all the hours rounded up, get them off-site if you possibly can. He said, hang tough, we'll see what's going on.
That's a bunch of them.
Shut it up, watch it, all the bodies onto a hard stand. I did really well because he had a big detail report and they had a big report. Periodically we have to maintain the same thing, we only had one each. So we hooked the two systems together. And when ours was down, vice versa. No money ever changed hands. We simply kept it going. So, but the only person I had
He was dabbling in wine, he was dabbling in sports wine.
Well, as far as the guns,
Even when he was here, he was dabbling in
but we don't know about like it wasn't original, but like we did something like that through the bill, so maybe but you're right. I would say that you know I did a diamond ring. Or if you listen, you know somehow these people do have
Yes, I saw you do it.
the other one's all tied.
Never one that was so much.
But why did they spend so much of our tax money? Like I would say, right, we got to videotape them just legal criminals running the country because they're making deals that are immoral. When legalities aren't tied in with morality, all you've got is whatever good you want to be justified.
There's no reason why he should have been in and out of court.
That would take at least 7.
I know. these people are really ripping off our tax money for garbage. They should be shutting the hell in. But you know, even that, the whole problem costs what, whatever. Like that.
If I was somebody living in
Five up, five down.
throwing all my tax dollars is going toward this, and all my tax dollars is going toward science lab.
The old man is Joe.
Well, actually, I think we all think
Took all the samples and threw them in a test tube. This is specifically on this marketing mix too. Also, when you're on board, they give them some tests. Yeah, maybe it was right to our house. Number one, alarms going off here. Number two, we have to stop here.
That's where your big money is.
And then Hartford, they have it right there. It doesn't matter. But you can carry it right up.
yeah, what we've got is
All the way
like,
up there.
but it's so serious that it's like,
There are the line.
people live in North Vancouver here, if they had been pumping as much as last
I took
time,
the
Why not? That's out there.
what I'm saying, it's supposed to be before, doesn't it? They start start falling over. And all I'm saying is that these people should be held accountable, just as we are fuel to get fired. But worse than that, that's like they have a service to society. I think, you know, like how the government come in and if they're take away everything they never got. And welfare is even too good for this. I think they should take it back. You know, I like to see Polish like back to this. Yeah, bring it back.
See, the thing that really got me about this order, yeah, you can't go in the left hand here, right? See what happens if you put right here's the most actually, they open this way. Fair enough.
You get Conley, you can find.
That you got it.
Mine is spread. One drop of blood overtaken.
Can't see it. Well, he does the carving here. He does some of the carving.
Logs are there.
Theater situation here and all.
But I've heard, I've been standing by this all, I can't believe he's not being brought back and forth for,
Such a weird
I don't know why he brought back for shopping, perjury.